All right, this is for my hardcore crew because yikes. At TS Daily Bible Studies, I've got the soft version, which is what I put on my Facebook. You go to TS Daily Bible Studies. I would love it if all of y'all were subscribed to that. I mean, I think the Word of God is way more important. And you would go to the playlist at this channel and you would get all the Bible studies. Knowing His Word is way more important than current events or Antichrist stuff, but that's it right there. October 26th is looking big for Mr. Big event. And so check it out. But I'm going to now go over with y'all. And I had a tremendous prep. I might as well just do the whole tremendous prep, but we will eventually get into why I think it is. By the way, that friend that has the 319 birthday, born at 808 for 88, born 3 times 19 times 1998 as 138, which is Donald Trump in simple gematria, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, Z is 26. This person has the 138 in their number, the 88, which is Trump in simple gematria in their number, and the 86ing of in their number, born in 808. And believe it or not, just found out the other day, the date of March 19th comes to Don Drumpf 666. And Drumpf was the family surname changed to Trump to fulfill the other Bible verse. Trump gives us the 666. By the way, if you key in SIX, SIX, SIX in gematria, you get Donald John Drumpf. But you see, Don Drumpf comes to 666. And if you key in SIX, 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 you get Donald John Drumpf. Drumpf was the family surname until it was changed to Trump to fulfill the other Bible prophecy that he would be here in his own name, and the horn of Daniel 7 and 8 is the Antichrist. A Trump is a horn. So he's here in his own name. So we're fulfilling all the Bible prophecies through Donald Trump. And yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it? The March 19th also comes to 4 horsemen in English gematria. Also comes to Phoenix event. March 19th does. We'll be looking at the March 19th event for sure when that time comes. What was this about? This was preps that I had. Okay. So for him going down on the 26th and rising on the 28th, what we have from last year's double midpoint, which was a midpoint that sat between the 2 total lunars and the 2 total solars of right before it and right after it. If you notice, it's 1 year, 2 months, 16 days. That's 121. 121 is Antichrist fused with 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. If you go to the 86ing date of the 26th, not only is it 440 days, which was the last 3 digits of Earl's number, because Earl was 7 times 27 times 1960. This number ends in 440. It's 440 days from when Sirius the Dog Star rose on 8/12/2022, and was also the day of 2 midpoints of 2 total lunars and 2 total solar eclipses. You put that up against 10/26, which would be the 86ing day, which would be the event day. It's 1 year, 2 months, 14 days. That's 121 Antichrist fused with 214. 214, the 214th verse of Revelation, is the first time deadly wound is mentioned. That is Revelation 13:3. It's fascinating. Let's continue. Midpoint of 2 total solar eclipses is the new moon that gives you the lunar eclipse. So the midpoint of, I've already been over this with y'all, but October 14th is 177 days from the previous and the next total solar eclipses. It is an annular solar eclipse. It delivers a partial lunar eclipse. Trump would rise through, or Trump would be born again with Satan's spirit on a partial lunar eclipse as he was born on a total lunar eclipse. November 7th, 666 days from transfer portal. Yeah. If you wanted to look at 616 days from the transfer portal, it lands on November 7th, which is the date of 11/7. How freaky is that? That transfer portal of time was just an amazing find that the Holy Spirit delivered to us. March 11th, I don't even know what the subject says. Transfer portal, 670 days to 11/11. All right, I don't know why that's pertinent. Next, right eye airplane. Oh, when I got hit in the right eye with a paper airplane, y'all. A student threw a paper airplane and hit me in my right eye. And on the total, I mean, on the midpoint annular solar eclipse, it is 666 days from when I got hit with that. When I showed y'all the very bloody right eye wound I had when the gate hit me, all shown on videos, it is 17 months, 18 days, or 718 coded. Remember Porsche 911, Porsche 718. Dark Knight came out on July 18th or 7/18, and it is 536 days. That's a big number for me. I'm not going to get into it here. No Time to Die. Release date 2, when Trump would spiritually rise. It's all zeroed out. It's 648,000,000 seconds, 108,000,000 minutes, 18,000 hours exact. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. It's 2 years, 20 days. It's 24 months, 20 days. That's a very big deal. It's 750 days. I'm just going to tell you it's a big deal. Skyfall, Take the Bloody Shot. It has 3 release dates to that to that annular solar eclipse. And you see 121 is coded, 10 years, 11 months, 21 days. That's 10, 11, 21 also. 131 months, 21 days. So 121 is coded again. It is 4,008 days. The other release date is 4,005 days, 10 years, 11 months, 18 days. And the November 9th, which was the main release date of Skyfall, no big deal. All right. Donnie Darko was released on 10/26, which is the date I think he's going down. There was a premiere in 2001, and to that solar eclipse, it is 8303 coded. So 83 is murder code in gematria. If you run it to the 26th, you have 8315 and 2297. 718 begins the seconds again with a poor 718. The other Donnie Darko date on 10/26, 8023. But when you run it to the 26th, it's exactly 22 years. It's 8035 days. If you include both dates, you get 8036 days. That was my divorce date number on Groundhog Day. 2 times 2 times 2009 is 8036. It's fascinating. I'm not going to get into all that. If you didn't know, now you know. 209 seconds. Now, 2096 is Eve in Strong's Concordance, New Testament. If you run the total solar eclipse that makes the X across America to when I think the end of the Great Tribulation would be, not when Jesus returns, but the end of the Great Tribulation. 2096 begins your seconds. That's just kind of trivia. No big deal. 3.5 days after the abomination of desolation, which is, in my opinion, on the total solar eclipse. I think the abomination of desolation is on April 8th, total solar eclipse that makes the X across America. If you run it to the 13th instead of the 12th, which makes it 3.5 days, it's fascinating. You got 24, 42, 27 all in the days, 2427 days. Those are all three of my, out of my 6 favorite numbers, that's 3 of them right there. But you have 2096 again beginning in the seconds. That's Eve, 2096 in Strong's Concordance. Eve is the bride. It's the church. It's a representation of the bride of Christ, as Jesus was or is a representation of Adam. Only Adam and Jesus were created by God and not through a man and a woman having sex. 30 St. Mary Acts for 1014. I don't know if we really want to get in all this right now, but it's 8023. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it. We need to now run it to the 26 because I'm now looking at the 26. Wow. 30 St. Mary Acts. Yeah, 30 St. Mary Acts is 4/28/2004. And if you include both dates to 10/26, you get 7/1/21. 7 is the number for cleansing. And there's a lot to look at. We're going to have to look at the election day, the inauguration day, all that kind of stuff. But we're just scraping the surface right now. But I do have some good content for by the way, both X's across America, they're 2422 days apart. The midpoint 1211 days apart in both directions was also a total solar eclipse, and that was the day of the poke. And when Biden was told he's got his electoral votes. And so that's a fascinating number to me. I'm not going to get into it, but it's just, yeah, that's crazy. In 7 months, 18 days, that's 7/18. And don't forget, we do have a annular solar eclipse that midpoints to this for a total solar eclipse with this year's total solar eclipse, as they're 177 days apart. If I'm going too fast, I apologize. So the release date of The Dark Knight for Darkened Right Eye to 10/26 is 15 years, 3 months, 8 days, or 3 months, 8 days. 38 is murder code in Gematria. It is 183 months, 8 days. 83 and 38 are both murder codes in Gematria. We have a Gematria calculator. We key in murder, and you see that it's 83. In reverse ordinal, it's 38 in reverse full reduction. So 83 and 38 murder codes. And it hits on both. It's on both for the Dark Knight release date again. And see, 15 years, 3 months, that's 153, which is a number for the church. You got a 38, 1338 in the hours. That's just fascinating to me. I saw this movie on a total solar eclipse in 2008. And if you run that, it's 15 years, 2 months, 25 days. That's 15225. 5225 is Eve. Eve is the 5th letter E, followed by a V, which is 22 letter, 22nd letter, followed by another E, the 5th. 15 years, 2 months, 25 days. That's 1 Eve, or 15225. That, my friends, is utterly fascinating. I did not know that. That just blew my mind. That blew my mind in real time. I did know that because I had it right here. Oh, that was for 10/13. Okay. So on the eve of the eclipse, you have the same coding. So it's the same amount of days. That's so weird to me. It's the same amount of days from the release date to the eve, get it, of the eclipse. And it's that exact same amount of days of when I saw the movie on a total solar eclipse of August 1st, 2008 to the 86ing day. This is just, I'm flabbergasted at this point. Dark Knight premiere. What does this one go to? Okay, got it. As you can see, the Dark Knight did have a premiere. If you run that through this year's eclipse, that gives us, which is the new moon, that gives us the partial lunar eclipse on the 28th that he spiritually rises through, per iPad Goat. It's 15 years, 3 months exact, which is to say 153, the fish, which represents the church. And there's your murder code, or 183 months. This is so mind-blowing. Dark Knight to the 26th. Yike. 38's 30. I've already shown us that, haven't I? So let's continue. Yeah, we already looked at that. If Trump heads there, UK has been smashing A View to a Kill. Oh, if Trump goes to the state of Kentucky, beware, because that's the roses represent the divine feminine. View to a Kill is all about horse racing, and Kentucky's been smashing the Gators recently for the first times ever. And Bear Bryant coached. By the way, Bear Bryant was born on 9/11. Bear Bryant coached. First head coaching job was Maryland, and then he went to Kentucky. So if I was to call for a state right now, I would say it would be the state of Kentucky. and not Alabama, like I once thought, or Georgia, but it could be Georgia, could be Alabama. But if he ends up in Kentucky, like for a rally or something, beware. Beware. I think it'll be wherever he's going to be on October 26th. As far as the Prestige, which fascinating about the Prestige. You ready? It was released on October 17th, October 20th, and November 10th. That wasn't the movie I was thinking of, sorry. But the release date of the Prestige, which Prestige is when he returns, because in the movie The Prestige, they gave you The Turn and the Prestige. Oh, there's the 3 parts of a magic trick called the Pledge. When you show him, that's the twin towers. And then the Turn is when it disappears. Oops, the twin trumps are down. And then the Prestige, the opening of One World Trade Tower. I wonder what those dates all look like. We'll have to look at that. But the Prestige is when he would return or rise. And believe it or not, from the release date of the Prestige to this lunar eclipse, 10/28, it is 17 years, 11 days, or 7/11 coded for Revelation 11:7, the beast rising from the pit. It's too crazy. I know. October 20th, November 10th. So One World Trade Tower is 11/3. There's 11/3 or 3/11 coded. What do you think? So October 20th, you do get the 36, 8/14. And then you get November 10th. I just want to look at these dates real quick. Sorry, don't mean to slow down or bog us down. 7/11. 7 years, 11 months, 24 days. There you go. It's one of the release dates for the Prestige in the United Kingdom, where the movie was centered, that it took place in England. There it is, 7/11. 7/11/24. Can't make it up, can you? Yeah. For the opening of One World Trade Tower. These people are, well, it's the AI. It's not these people. So Steelers, Seahawks play each other again. Last time it was on October 17th, believe it or not. This time it's New Year's Eve. Steelers, Seahawks were the 2 teams in the Dark Knight Rises. Yep. Dark Knight Rises to October 28th. 4,011 days. There's your 11/7 coded. There's 588 coded, and there's 138 also coded. Let's see how. 417 days for Revelation 11:7. 4117. That number 4 is FOR 11:7. Dark Knight Rises to 10/28. You ready for this? 11 years, 3 months, 8 days, 138 coded. This is fascinating. And the hours, 88:08. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Y'all tell me that's not crazy. Dark Knight Rises release date. 4/11/7. Dark Knight is, it's just crazy. Crazy. Godfather 88 and 45 to the rising day when he's the Godfather. Godfather release March 24th, 1972. It's 188:45. There's his number 45 and 88. to the full moon when he would rise. That's fascinating. I'm just staying bewildered at this point. I'm just staying absolutely brain boggled, mind boggled. No Time to Die, all round numbers. We've already shown that. The song No Time to Die. 3 years, 8 months. There's your murder code. Boom. 1353 days. Donnie Darko to 27th. Didn't we already do this? The 8036? Yeah, we did that already. Donnie Darko director's cut. It's an even 7,000 days? No way. Donnie Darko director's cut release date is an even 7,000 days to the eve of the full moon. If you run it to the 26th, which is the release date of the regular Donnie Darko, not the director's cut, it is 6,999. If you include both dates, it's the dead even 7,000. And exactly 1,000 weeks. The Hours film, The Hours, 7,610 days. 761 verses combined in Revelation and Daniel. I'm not even going to get into it. Let's just keep going. The world is this. What is May 7th, 2004? 7/11 and 13, 614 seconds. But I don't know what this date is. I did not put in the email what took place on that day. So I'm sorry, but it's coded with 7/11 and 614 seconds, which is Trump's birthday. So what in the world is May 7th, 2004? I don't know. We'll just have to get back to that later. I'm not the brightest bulb in the batch. I'm going to tell you that. Katrina. Is that what it was? Katrina? No, because Katrina was in August. Do we really want to get into all this? Let me pause and look at it and see if it's worth your time. It says it's Katrina, but no, Katrina was in August. Katrina on 8/29/2005, which we lost somebody in my family last year on 8/29. I can't even get into it with y'all. It's too personal, but it's mind-blowing. And let's just keep going. Transfer Portal of Time, November 7th, 11/7, 666 days. I've shown y'all that. Transfers back to March 15th, 2020, March 11th, March 13th, March 15th. Portal swings from March 11th, 2020 over to 11/11. Make-A-Wish Day. That's so crazy. Okay, great. 313 code. January 31st is 313. Okay, that's stuff to look for next year. Trump to Biden is 186 weeks, 187,488 in the minutes. 1874 Trump. That's so crazy. That's the difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. It's 1302 days, 1,302 days, 3625, 3 years, 6 months, 25 days. But yeah, 187 in the minutes, 186 weeks, 186, 187,488 in the minutes. That's just crazy. It's está loco. Because 187, of course, is murder. And the number 4, FOR, 18 murder 488, Trump to Biden in the minutes. This is, God. Now I'm going to tell you something that blew my mind. I dated a girl. We all have that story. Her birthday was 12/20/1970. Her number is 2758. 2758. You with me? And I told you that our birthday was 7/20/1970. Drop the zeros. You got 2758. Well, July 20th, her birthday, is The Dark Knight Rises release date, 7/20. My birthday to the day before he rises is 2/2758, or 2 The Dark Knight Rises, because it's the day before. So we're on our way to it. The day before is just, I'm sorry, it's just something I noticed. And if this is all if this happens, then it's just the Lord just, I don't know, just showing me stuff. So what is it about this email? 6322. Oh, how old am I? On the day he would rise, the day the book of Revelation's officially open, because he gets his crown, he has risen. I'm 3 months, 22 days. That's 322 coded. I'm 62 years, 3 months, 22 days. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Do y'all remember my Mayday friend and I? Here's Trump and I's combined number. Remember, I'm 7 times 6 times 1961. My number is 82362. Trump's is 163464 because he's 6 times 14 times 1946. Trump and I's combined number has a 322 right in the middle of it. My Mayday friend turned that many days old on March 11th, 2022. 33 days later, I turned 22196 days old, and 33 days later was a total lunar eclipse. Are y'all ready for this? From March 11th, when this began, when this anomaly began, on March 11th, to the 86ing date, it's 3/11/2022, to the 86ing date of 10/26, it's 594 days. 594. 594 divided by that 33, it's a perfect 18, 6 plus 6 plus 6. Now, how crazy is that? If you run it from the May 16th total lunar, which was part of that 33 progression, it's 528. The other lunar eclipse was November 8th, 352, 11/8. Anyway, I'm starting to just get curious on y'all's time, and I shouldn't be doing that. All right. So Earl, we all know Earl. If you've been with this channel long enough, a friend of mine that passed away, and all the numbers that had to do with Earl and his passing, murder. His address, his zip code, everything was 33s, 38s, 83s. And when you run Earl's birthday, 7/27, the length of iPet Goat, to the event day, this is Earl's number, 37044, times 23,101 days. That's how old he would be. Times 23,101. We have the 753 from Back to the Future. We're going to have it in both of them when you see this. And it ends in 444, which is the 12th progression of 37 for the church. Remember, I showed you I played for Teamsters 444. If you take the 444 divided by 37, it's 12. Remember, 37 represents the church. And of course, 12 represents the church. 37 times 12 gives you the 444, which is also a big representation of the church. Now I want you to look at Earl on the rising day. He's would have been 23,103 days old. Again, 23,103 days old times his number of 37,044. Again, with the 753 on the clocks of Back to the Future. 5827. It's a very interesting number. I'm not going to get into it, but there's the day Earl died, May 8th, or reverse, because in most countries they write it in reverse. I told you that the 58 bedrooms of Mar-a-Lago or 58 stories of Trump Tower was all about Earl. iPet Goat, 727 in length, was Earl's birthday. That event was something I never forgot, and all the numbers that had to do with that had to do with my second divorce, which had to do with all of this also, if you've been with us long enough. My divorce on that Groundhog Day. Here's Jesus is 24/24 in strong concordance. The reversal of that is 42/42, or the anti-Jesus. And you get 42 years, 4 months, 2 days from 6/26/81. Why did I put that there? Again, not entered into the email of what it was. You've got to be kidding me. 6/26/1981. Can't remember what it was. That's twice. See, because I'm doing stuff and I'm doing stuff so fast and so rapidly that, I mean, I did this tonight at 7:01 p.m. I'll pause this if I can think of it real quick. Can't think of it. My original wedding day in 1983, 83 murder code. And the 98198, remember the 98th verse is the crowning Bible verse. The rider on the white horse, Bible verse of Revelation. It's the 98th verse of Revelation. I want you to look now. My original wedding day of 3/12/1983 is 14838. 148 is Donald J. Trump in simple gematria, fused with the 83 and the 38, both murder codes. My original wedding day to this 10/26 date. Now I want you to look at this 3/12/1983. 3 times 12 times 1983. My original wedding day had the 138, which is Donald Trump in simple gematria, or English ordinal, or A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, Z is 26. And my original wedding day had an 88 for Trump in simple gematria. In my second marriage progression, I was her 88. I think that's everything. That's everything for now. and it's coming up quickly. So sorry for the long video.